Bonjour. I hope you had a good spring break. If yours was like mine, it was rather boring as there's not much to do these days. But if nothing else, I hope it at least gave you a mental break from school. I want to go over a couple of things to help you, number one, get your grade where you want it to be, and number two, kind of know what to anticipate coming up in French. So the first thing is how to get your grade up. If you are not happy with where you're at, I can probably give you one reason, and 90% of you are going to fit into this case. And that is that you have not submitted the oral challenge. So there's a menu that you can click on and open up. And then based on that menu, you're going to record yourself. You can use your phone. You can use Screencast-O-Matic, which is what I'm using to make this video right now. This is taking forever to open, sorry. So you can just kind of pretend like you're in a restaurant. It is going to be a one-sided conversation because there's not going to be anybody asking you what you want and taking your order. But you need to have 3 courses. So appetizer, entree, dessert, and then something to drink. So in French, I would look at this and say, for my entree, I would like a green salad. For the main dish, I will take the savory crepe. For dessert, I would like the cheese plate. And to drink, I will take a lemonade. And of course, all that's going to be in French, and then you're done. Okay, so make sure you get that to me. That's worth 10 points. All of your other homework assignments that you're doing daily is worth 1. This is kind of summing up all of Unit 6, all of the vocabulary, the grammar, all of that stuff. So I want to kind of make sure that you do that, and it's going to make a big difference in your grade. So get that done. Okay, now on to this week. Today you're rewatching a little bit of the beginning of Napoleon Dynamite and doing a past tense thing. I've noticed that as a lot of you are doing past tense, you're forgetting one of 2 things. Number 1, remember that past tense has to have 2 parts. You have to have the helping verb, which is avoir or être, and then you have to have the past participle. And then the step we've added this unit as we're working with être, if you are conjugating with être, if it's one of those 17 House of Être verbs or Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp verbs, you have to make the past participle agree with the subject. So if it's multiple people doing something, you have to add an S on the end. If it's a girl doing something, you have to add an E. So watch the clip. Hopefully that's a little bit fun for you. And then you'll do a worksheet with some past tense verbs. Keep in mind you are doing Quizlet. Quizlet is worth 5 points a week. So that can add up easy points, people. So just make sure you're keeping up on Quizlet. These are recommended just to make sure you're covering all of your bases. If you want to do something else in Unit 7, that's fine. But if you follow what I do, you're going to get a good coverage of all the different vocabulary. Tomorrow we're going to be working with a couple of new verbs, which is devoir and falloir, and conjugations with those, and then we're going to be reviewing the chore vocabularies with those. Devoir means to have to, like I have to do the dishes, or I have to do my homework before I can go to the movies with you, etc. And falloir is to be necessary. So it's necessary that I make my bed every morning. And it'll explain that and then have a little exercise to do with that. Thursday, we're going to be doing some more practice with passé composé with être. I know that takes some practice and some time to wrap your head around. And then on Friday, we will be practicing writing and kind of putting vocabulary from the house, furniture, rooms into a paragraph. So that is what's going on this week. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help you in any way. If that's getting caught up, if that's getting your grade to where you want it, if you have questions about past tense, if whatever, I'm here to help you. I also want to just give you a little bit of an extended view and know that your test is going to be on Wednesday, so a week from tomorrow, the 15th of April. And what it will consist of is an oral where you're recording yourself, just like we talked about at the beginning, and then a Quizlet test where I'll have a specific set of vocabulary that's kind of comprehensive from everything in Unit 7, and you'll take the test on Quizlet and then I'll record your score. The good news is you can take that as many times as you want. until you get the score that you want. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind as we're working on things this week.